Starting to the top right of the map, we have for SKT1, a player that we haven't seen in quite a while. I'm happy that he is back. Can he go to Code S? This is
SK Telecom T1, Rain.
such a strong player.
Yeah, this guy was the best Kessel player there ever was. He had some trouble after his initial wins, but he's back, and he's up against this player to the top left in blue, the commander. He is
MVP Keen.
Bouncing around with his Pogo State commander. Keen is back to action, and he's rocking the jersey. This is one of those things where I can understand that Keen is actually a StarCraft 2 pro gamer, not a Korean model. It doesn't matter what kind of clothes you put on him, he looks good on them.
Yeah, it's true.
This game is so cool, Wolf. Rain, as you said, was one of the strongest opponents, one of the strongest Casper players that we've ever seen in StarCraft 2, and he had such a crazy Code S season. He has a 75% win ratio against Terran, 46 wins, 15 losses, a really strong contender, and now he's suddenly up against Keen, also a very strong Terran player. And Keen is in his best matchup here. Against Protoss, he has a 64% win ratio, 66 wins, 37 losses. Comes off a loss against Genius, though, at the IGN. And this is going to be crazy, not only because we have such a good match between the two of them, but we have them facing, or the winner facing off against Flash in the third round.
Yes. By the way, I want to talk about builds for a second because Keen is going for a second gas finishing before his barracks does. That's the fastest possible second gas you can afford to take. So he is going for a very aggressive tech-oriented build here. Most likely Cloak Banshees, but with Keen, anything is possible with Hellions. You never know what type of Hellions he might pull out of a hat.
It could just be him trying to get those Medivacs and those Hellions out as fast as possible. And this is a 4-player map, and he is now in a position where he spots Rain on the
he's gonna see the Nexus too. This is a really weird Nexus timing for Rain. He's doing this a little bit differently. He goes Nexus before core with his gas. He didn't pull out of gas. So now he has a weird surplus of gas that's going to lead him to go into sentries, which is not good against the type of tech that Keen is pulling out here.
Rain realized where the SCV must have come from. He was on his way to the bottom right, and when he saw the SCV, he realized, okay, you start to the top left, let's redirect the Harvester, that scouts, sends the SCV to the top left, but there is a Marine, and he won't be able to get scouting information if this is microed correctly.
Yeah, and it should be. This is the one job that Keen has, and Rain doesn't even try it.
Yeah. The Marine. Keen is looking at the Marines like, you got one job only. Make sure that he does not scout what's going on.
Reactor Hellions coming out here. Barracks has landed, but no starport just yet. Will he start it now?
Gas. Now he has the gas, can start the starport, and
I'm here.
It looks like he was thinking about proxying it with his SCV that's in the middle of the map.
but he's still not building it.
Yeah?
He's not using the gas whatsoever.
This is really weird. The Hellions are still out very fast, and they're going to be able to put a lot of pressure on, especially if he just keeps rallying them. But this is not what I expected. He's just going to make a command center now.
Yeah, a lot of gas regardless. He is still harvesting a lot of gas, and in this situation you could have actually just have pulled out of gas. And he did it. Yeah, he pulled out. He only has one SCV, no, two SCVs in each.
Here come the Hellions into the main base. He's going to be able to get a few probe kills here for sure. Just how many is the question. Not for this micro here. Nice gate block as well as the pylon, making it a lot more difficult to do damage, but the third and fourth Hellion come in now. Doesn't get the force field. Oh no, the probe's stacked up in a terrible place here.
Oh, this was
And he's
so
attacking the neutral depot. A misclick here, and now he's going to lose both of these probes in the natural, most likely.
He lost 10, he lost 11, 11 harvesters lost. That was well done by Keen, doing a lot of damage with only those few Hellions that he had. That was so worth it for him.
Yeah, and now if he wants to, he can get his starport up while he's getting these bio units out to have a really nice follow-up attack. He has a great amount of resources. He even has the command center finishing up now, so Keen is in a position to do whatever he wants.
Yeah, I'm still a little bit surprised that he didn't go and increased his tech with all the gas that he had. He still has 200. I mean, right now it looks a little bit more economy-based than originally.
It looks like he was responding to seeing the fast Nexus from Rain.
Yeah.
But now he starts the starport. It could have been so much earlier. I think having the tech out earlier instead of the command center would have helped him in some ways. But regardless, now he's going into a very normal bio-oriented build. He's not going to do any Banshee follow-up, no Siege Tank follow-up, just using that gas in his tech, his stim, his combat shields, his Marauders.
And he will try to go in again, try to do some damage. Has only 2 Hellions on the map, so not as much as he wants to have. If he goes aggressive, with Keen, you're always sure that he has a few Hellions, especially against Zerg. He loves the build, but now against Protoss, he is still trying to be the aggressor.
Yeah. Gate finishes up here. He's getting another one, and there's a forward pylon for Rain, who doesn't really have any plans to do much else except punish Keen for expanding with a tech build where he lost his army units. Yeah, but fighting this pylon is really important. Sentries are being warped in. Keen decides not to try to take out the pylon and backs up instead, but now he knows he needs to bunker. This is going to be a scary attack. He goes into 3 bunkers.
Keen is now up against a Protoss player who for a long time did not build any probes anymore, so currently they are on the same harvest account, which gives the Terran player the edge with those additional mules. But this force for Rain is strong, and Keen has somehow to stop it, and those bunkers aren't ready.
He doesn't have the bunkers, and I just don't see him stopping this.
This is just too much. This is so much aggression coming out of Rain now. He's trying to move in. Keen with his stim, but those force fields are trapping all of the bio units.
SCV's coming out. The medevac is really helpful here. Now the bunkers are done. He can get back inside of them. And if he holds here, which is looks possible, just very unlikely, if he holds, then he's going to have a massive advantage tech-wise over his opponent. But the Harvester count is obviously going to be in favor of Rain right now, up by 10, 37 to 27.
He killed a lot of Harvesters. The worker supply 29 to 39. Keen in his attack was able to defend, but he lost a lot of SCVs, and this is exactly what Rain tries to capitalize on. He
lost a lot of SCVs, and Rain is not going to back up here because he knows the SCVs and the bunkers lost, meaning that the next attack is going to be even stronger because Keen can't reinforce as well as he would have liked to. He can make some Marines and some Marauders, but if he does that, he can't make medevacs. He has to make a choice. Bunker goes down almost instantly here, and I just don't see Keen surviving. He's fighting with SCVs more than he's fighting with bio.
Yeah, this is just a little bit too much tough. I mean, look at this game. There's so many Stalkers. There is so much damage potential now, and this is just Keen losing the medevacs, losing his defense, losing this space. I don't see him hold here any longer. He's down to 20 Harvesters now. He has half the Harvesters of Rain.
Yep. He's going to keep his command center alive, but Rain is also on 2 base. Starts additional gases, gets more probes. And Keen tries to hold on here. He will have combat shields fairly soon, and he has the medevacs to try to go for counter drops, so I don't think Rain will warp in any more units here. He's going to warp the rest of his units in at home so he can defend against drops, while continuing the pressure, maybe taking out the supply depots, pushing the factory back.
Yeah, but the economy alone, this is just something that Keen, he can't keep up. This is too much production for Rain. Rain is moving in. Those medevacs, they might be able to do damage, and they will force another round of warp-ins in the main base, but can he really defend his own main? It's not good.
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised he kept warping units to the front, but he just wants to end it. I mean, it makes sense. In fact, he actually did just warp in one more round at home. With one additional round, which he does have available in just a few seconds, he should be able to defend, but Keen will take out these forces. The problem is, like you said, he's just losing all of his production in his main base now. His economy is in tatters.
Yeah, the probes have to be pulled off the mineral line, trying to trap those units. The medevacs can always pick them off, but it's already way too late. 54 supply against 80, and to the top left, we still have Rain going strong with Zealots, with Stalkers. He is obliterating the forces of the MVP Terran player.
Yep, every last SCV of Keen is falling. He's down to 7. The SCVs are getting medevac healing, but that's all they're getting. He's taking out the last of the Marines now, and this is just too much. Rain will be pushed back with these Stalkers, but the next round of warp-ins that are joining right now are going to end it.
There come the reinforcements, and once again Keen is on the run, trying to escape, losing another medevac. Rain not even using the units to the top right. He just shows why he is such a scary player, why he is so strong, and Keen is trying to hold on, but in this first game in the best of 3, he won't be able to succeed.
Nope. Targeting up down the Marauder, even with the medevac healing, it's not enough. Nice micro here by Keen. It's more cute than anything else at this point, though. I mean, yeah, he's doing a decent job against these first few Stalkers, but as soon as the medevac's out of energy, which it is now, it's not going to matter if he lifts into it or not.
It's still pretty cool.
It is cool. It was a good way to go out. If you're going to stay in a game, doing something like this makes it look, at least to your fans, pretty awesome.
Yeah, exactly. If you pull a Marine King, at least entertain your audience.
Exactly. And that's what Keen did, but he's forced to GG, and Rain takes a lead here. The problem for Keen is he went for an expansion build with harassment where he lost his harassment units. Because if you lose your harassment units, you can't continue to keep your opponent off your back. You're at close positions. Even though it's a big map, you're at close positions. There's warp-in points for Boros players so they can attack very quickly. And even if he had the Hellions at home, they're Hellions. They're not units you can use to defend an attack.
Yeah. Rain playing very well in this game, and currently, of course, with this 1-0 lead, going into a map like Theo Planet S gives him another advantage. He's been playing in Pro League a lot, he definitely knows the map a lot better than Keen, has played several times on it, practices hard on the map. For Keen, this is new territory, he has to play the map, of course, now in this GSL Code A season, but Rain will be more familiar with it.
Yep, players are already ready. There's going to be no downtime. Neither of these players need a moment. We are going straight into Neoplanet S. Game number 2. Can the SK Telecom T1 player Rain clear this one out and go into the final round to face Flash? Or is it going to be Keen, the ESF player from MVP, the veteran, who's able to tie up the score?
Going into the game now, Terran versus Protoss, Rain versus Keen. Jump to the match at the GSL Code A with Color.